So what I found to be very interesting were that like both like Mark and Joanne shared many like common like experience with like their relationship with like Maureen through the Tango Maureen. So like some values and concerns that I noticed in the play were like one was love at first sight. Benjamin and Angel like, meeting after Angel had came to like help out Benjamin's injuries, and then Roger and Mimi meeting after a long time, after like such a long period of time, and then when she needed her candle lit, and then another concern that I saw was the idea of like rent, the urge to pay rent. So both Roger and Mark have to like find ways to pay rent, but Mr. Jefferson offers them like a way to pay it by like stopping a protest, which um, and this like leads to like other like a chain of events where like they need to pay like the rent. So like this concern about need to pay the rent ends up actually developing the story within the play. So a term that like I circled was like affirmation, which actually just means like emotional support or encouragement. So the affirmation scene that included like the characters Gordon and Roger. Roger, who's actually like struggling with having like AIDS, and he's like searching for emotional ability to live in the reality like with having AIDS. So that's what I was able to get when I put the word affirmation into the play's context. So sexuality is definitely like in the play. Has definitely both like gay and lesbianism elements with like character relations and like how they roam the world of the play. So like they're definitely like those like LGBT characters are definitely blended with other like heterosexual characters, and like you can't they can only really be spotted with like the romantic actions and dialogue to other like specific characters. But it goes to show that sexual preferences doesn't make humans any different than our counterparts. So the song that I wanted to focus on was Tango Maureen, and it serves to like reveal the fact that like Maureen is cheating on Joanne, and it continues to add drama to the play because we have adultery that's being committed in both like a past relationship, which would be Mark, and the present relationship, which would have been Joanne at the time, are now in one room in one scene, and are both like finding common ground and developing their relationship. And they're finding common ground to their own heartbreak by the same person, that being Maureen. So, like in the end, two questions that I had like for the entire play were, firstly, like what exactly was Angel's profession in the play? Because I didn't really understand like what his role was. I know he was playing the love interest of one of the characters, but like for his job, it kind of threw me off because at one point I thought he was maybe like a dog walker, but then I didn't think that that's what it was. I think maybe he might have been like bouncing around a couple of professions, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really sure like what his exact profession was. I wanted to know more about that. And then secondly, during the affirmation scene, were both Gordon and Roger supposed to be the same person? Because it like the way that the camera angle was at in the lighting, it focused on both Gordon and Roger, and I know that Roger was the one who had the AIDS, but it seemed like Gordon also had it, or Gordon was may have been like a past self of Roger. So I'm not really sure if they're supposed to be the same characters or not.